Hi everyone, welcome to Lesson 4 in Unit 4. This is the last lesson for this particular unit, so this will take you to a little bigger project at the end. So make sure to use your time wisely this week and review the project early on so you know what you need to do. So by the end of this lesson, you will be able to answer this particular question: what motivates people to make certain decisions, to choose one over another one? In your instruction this week, you will notice that you start out with a video, how to draw a decision tree. Make sure to watch the YouTube video because you will be creating your own. Your note-taking graphic organizer. In this particular graphic organizer, you are creating the graphic organizer. I did not do that for you. You will create your own decision tree. You can do it by hand or you can do it electronically. You're going to be choosing a particular decision. Don't just do this to get it done. Really think about, what do you need to make a decision about? Some of you are starting to receive college acceptance. That might be something. Maybe there's something going on in your life that you are struggling with. Maybe there's something that you struggled with that maybe you think you made the wrong decision. You can also use that too. So really give this some thought before you actually do it. You're going to model your tree after the video. However, that does not mean your tree should look exactly like the video. Be creative, use your own information, your own ideas, and put that together. Make sure that all areas are marked accordingly or that there is a key present on the tree, so this way as I'm reading it I can see what your decision was. It should be self-explanatory. If you need to explain it, then you haven't really done everything that you need to. You will notice there's extra credit for this. If you do the tree and create a video like the one that was shown, you will receive extra credit for it. So you will notice that you will upload the decision tree and the video, if you accepted that challenge, to your journal this week. You're not going to upload it here. The reading assignment is to finish A Doll's House, which is Act 3. So again, this whole page looks very similar except for it says the reading is Act 3. Again, this should not be new to you because it was your summer assignment, but you should be reviewing it, especially for the end project. Again, I added the theatrical version in case you did not finish it from Lesson 3. Then when you go into the collaborative area, you will notice that you do have gender and decisions, your first discussion. Read all the instructions and complete that. And the other one is show and tell. This has to do with your project. So you do need to start your project early in order to put something up here. You will upload and link only one of your multi-genre pieces, one that you think you want feedback on. So if you think, okay, I have some other ones that'll be quick, I can finish those towards the end of the week, maybe Wednesday evening or even Thursday, but I don't want to upload those, do maybe the more difficult one early in the week so that you can post it here and get some feedback on it. Again, you need to respond to a minimum of 2 people, so you'll get to see some of the other types of projects people are doing and compare your own and see where you're going. After that, you have your independent activities, vocabulary practice, just like every week, your reading questions from Act 3, and here is the multi-genre project. So the project is for Lesson 4. Here is your goal, your role. You can choose any character in the drama. It does not have to be Nora. I have seen a lot of different very creative type characterizations going on, but you are going to actually choose one character, and then you want to make sure that these pieces reveal something about the character's thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Go back to Lesson 3 if you have to and look at your direct and indirect characterization. This is what you are doing here. You need to choose at least one item from each column below. Remember, you are choosing you are choosing a minimum of 3 for proficiency, 3 for proficiency. So make sure to review the rubric, but 1 from each column. So you have column 1, column 2, and column 3. And again, column 1 seems a little easy, column 2 gets a little more difficult, and column 3 is one of the more difficult ones. So nothing overly taxing. However, you know, column 3 should be the more difficult out of the 3. There are some student samples that you can look at. One is an example of a diary, and you will notice that it was done by hand and the student took a photo. So again, it doesn't have to be electronic. Be creative. You're trying to interlink your creativeness along with the item that you need to create for the story, which is your characterization. And again, here is the rubric. For this, you have a journal reflection. Again, it tells you that include the extra credit video if you accepted the challenge. And this will be the last time that you pick from this list. Again, it has to be different than lessons 1, 2, and 3. Now for this particular lesson, you have a short quiz, and then you also have the unit vocabulary test. So you will need to bide time for that. You may be able to go right to the vocabulary test and see if that's something that you can do. I'm looking at the questions. It's mostly about vocabulary, so you should be able to do that at some point during the lesson. You can even do it at the beginning. And that's it for this week, and that will wrap up our Unit 4. If you have any questions, please let me know.